This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television.
This is MSPN Digital Television, promoting local teams and local athletes since 2017 in North Dakota and Minnesota.
Third time's a charm for the Otters. They're your Section 8 2A champions tonight. What's the victory here over the Monago Braves?
Producing area youth and high school sports broadcasts, along with news, highlights, and scores of the area's semi-professional teams.
In the 2018 Clark Cup champions are the Fargo Force.
Also search MSPN DTV to follow us on most social media platforms for news, scores, and highlights of college sports. Plus the Twins, T-Wolves, Wild, Lynx, PWHL, Vikings, and so much more. MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website, mspndtv.com. This MSPN broadcast starts right now.
On Elimination Thursday, well, we've had some extra inning classics so far. In fact, the Post 400 Stars needed extra frames to get past Grand Forks to stay alive, and they need one more win to become one of the final four here in the North Dakota State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. From Starry and Bank Field on a warm Thursday afternoon. Game 13 here from Starry and Bank Field pits the Post 400 Stars taking on the Bismarck Governors. The Governors ran into Caleb Deere last night, and boy, they were shut down, no question about it. Deere threw a one-hit shutout. Marcus Butts had the only hit, a single in the second inning. The offensive opportunities were few and far between for the Govs last night as West Fargo wins by a score of 4-0. So the three-seeded Governors, who handled Mandan in the opening round, 13-3, the well went dry a little bit last night, but they're facing a team they've had pretty good luck against over the years. Bismarck defeating the Stars at the Municipal Ballpark back on June 12th. Scores of 11-7 and 11-8, and they've really had Post 400's number over the years. But tournament game and elimination game, you just never know. Weird things can happen, no question about that. Pitching matchup, Gus Wermeyer will go for the Post 400 Stars, and it will be Parker Sagsveen on the mound for the Bismarck Governors. Winner will play tomorrow and will be one of the final four teams, and will play tomorrow in another elimination game at 2:30, and they will face the winner of our final game tonight, either Minot or Jamestown. As Jamestown needed extra frames, they won an 8 over Williston 5-3. So we've had 3 extra inning games. Jamestown's been involved in a pair of them. We'll come back as the starting lineups have been introduced. Bismarck about ready to take the field. We'll come back with the batting orders and first pitch on this one. A little bit behind schedule. 2 extra inning games will do that, but not too bad. It'll probably be about 10 to 12 minutes behind our scheduled 5 p.m. first pitch. We'll come back. It's the Stars and the Govs trying to stay alive here. This is game 13 of this state tournament. As the Stars 2-1, the Governors are 1-1. We'll be back after.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
Right-hander Parker Sagsby is taking his warm-up tosses. He will face this batting order For the post 400 Stars, coached by Don Bryant, starting lineup will go like this. Leading off will be the shortstop Matt Bryant. Bryant had the game-winning hit, single in the bottom of the ninth to get the Stars into a second elimination game today. Batting second will be the third baseman Colby Hansen. Batting third at second base, Caleb Christensen. Batting fourth and pitching, Gus Wermeyer. Batting fifth in center field, Kane Mathiasen. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Gus Pankratz. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, Gunnar Majerus. Batting eighth and catching, Blake Chase. And batting ninth will be the first baseman, Hudson Stein. We'll set the Governor's defense as we go along. Matt Bryant's had himself a nice state tournament. 3 hits against Minot on Tuesday. First pitch called, strikes, says veteran umpire Dave Clunton. It's 0-1. First pitch at 12 after the hour. 5:12 is temperatures into the 80s. We'll get a temperature check, foul back, and 2 strikes. So 2 strikes here to Bryant. He is down on 3 pitches. Sagsveen gets him on 3.
Batting second for the Stars.
A strikeout there, 1 away in the first inning. That will bring up third baseman Colby Hansen. Here's a swing, and it's hammered out to short. Played by LeDuc on to first in time. There's quickly 2 men down. Colby Hansen retired. And quickly 2 out here in the top of the first inning. So they'll bring up Caleb Christensen. Christensen has missed significant time, over a month due to injury. And back into the lineup, and the delivery is a strike, 0-1. Something's off with our scoreboard. We'll see if we can get that corrected. So quickly 2 down. Pitch to Christensen in the dirt. It's a ball, 1-1 the count. Setting the defense here for the Bismarck Governors. Isaac Mitchell at first base. Ben Watson is at second. Lucas Vasey at third. Ben LeDuc is at shortstop. The delivery, it is a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. In the outfield, Charlie Vagan left, Gavin Lill in center, and Michael Fagerlund in right. 2-1 delivery, called strike, that'll level the count at 2 apiece. Again, the winner will stick around and play tomorrow at 2:30. We'll be down to 3 games tomorrow. That's fouled off to the right, now to play. And still 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Outfield straightaway. Ballpark plays fairly. 315 down each line. 355 into left and right center field. 385 to straightaway center. And the pitch is a ball. And 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Yes, Christensen. As I know, we got the scoreboard fixed. Text the boss. He was here in no time flat. Foul back by Christensen. And the count rides along at 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Christensen 1 for 3 today against Grand Forks. He's had a hit in each game in the state tournament. 3 for 10 for the Stars. 1 hit in each game. And he strikes out here. There's a strikeout. That'll end the inning. So an impressive inning for Sagsveen. He fans a pair. And that'll do it here in the top of the first inning. We'll get you the Governor's batting order in just a moment. Half inning complete. Game 14, third elimination game of the day here. Actually, game 13 and the third elimination game here at Starion Bank Field. Stars nothing. The Governors coming to bat after this on MSPN Digital TV.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Bismarck Governors lineup. Mike Skitlin, veteran head coach of the Governors, presents this lineup. Leading off will be the shortstop Ben Leduc. Batting second in right field, Michael Fagerlund. Batting third. And in center field will be Gavin Lill. There's 12 pitches, by the way, for Sangsveen in the first inning. Batting fourth and catching Marcus Butts. Batting fifth at third base, Lucas Vasey. Batting sixth, second baseman Ben Watson. Batting seventh will be the first baseman Isaac Mitchell. Batting eighth will be the designated hitter Hank Berry. He's DHing for the pitcher Sangsveen. And batting ninth will be the left fielder Charlie Vig. If the DH has to be for the, I believe only for the pitcher, the rules in Double-A. Setting the defense here for the Post 400 Stars. Lefty Gus Wermeyer on the hill. Blake Chase behind the plate. Colby Hansen's at third. Matt Bryant at shortstop. Caleb Christensen at second. Hudson Stein, his first appearance of the tournament. He's at first base. And the outfield from left to right, Gunnar Majerus, Kane Mathiasen, and Gus Pankratz. Bismarck scored 22 runs off the Stars in 2 games back in mid-June at the Bismarck Veterans Memorial Ballpark. As lefty-to-lefty matchup here, Leduc hitless last night. He shows bunt, and the pitch is high for ball one. Jamestown and Minot will follow approximately 7:30. And the final 4 will be set for tomorrow. Some scenarios could be 2 teams left, could be 3 up high. And quickly 2-0. The money game tomorrow, the winner's bracket game. Top 2 seeds, Post 2 and West Fargo at noon. And the 2 winners tonight will play at 2:30. 2 winners this game of the next, Strike and 2 and 1, they would meet up at 2:30. And then the loser of the noon game plays the winner of the 2:30 game. You come right back and play at around 5. 2 balls, 1 strike, lefty-to-lefty matchup here as Wermeyer delivers outside. All 3 and 1 to Leduc. Wermeyer's first appearance on the mound in the state tournament, talking with Stars coach Don Bryant after the win over Grand Forks. Colby Hansen's out. Ashton Renas, who threw a beauty yesterday against Dickinson, complete game victory. There is ball 4 to Leduc. And the leadoff man is on.
Batting second, right fielder number 17, Michael Fagerlund.
Here's Michael Fagerlund. But a lot of guys they haven't used yet. Hudson Stein, Easton Ebling's another one. Matt Bryant got the win in relief and really didn't throw that many pitches. So he's a possibility. So a lot of arms available. And to try and stretch out this run, they might need each and every one of them. Ball inside, 1-0 to Fagerlund. Go back to the 12th. June 12th. Doesn't seem like long ago. I guess it was about 6-7 weeks ago. It is August 1st, you know. 1-0 the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. It was 11-7 in game 1. Stars had a 7-3 lead at one point. Fagerlund was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs in game 1. Here's the pitch. It is a called strike. 2-1. Chase Grosclose knocked in 4 in that game. And the delivery. Strike call will level the count at 2. They used 3 pitchers in game 1 to the Stars. Matt Bryant, Ethan Dahl, and Caden Newharth. And then game 2, which was an 11-8 Governors win. They built a 9-1 lead and kind of hung on for dear life at the end. Hammer to third. There's a chance. Hansen, Christensen for 1. On to first. They turn 2. Around the horn. Hansen to Christensen on to Stein. And they rack him up for 2 outs. Snappy double play there, and the Stars played nice defense yesterday against Dickinson. Overall, pretty tidy game today against Grand Forks. 2 away for Gavin Lill. Center fielder wears number 9. Wermeyer will pitch out of the set all the time. Hammered wide of third and foul for strike 1. Glad you're with us here on MSPN Digital Television. I'm Brad Anderson. Mike Mason will be back with you for the final game, which will have Jamestown, the 10 seed, still alive. They'll face the Minot Vistas. One strike. Up the middle. Lay to the right of second. Fielding cleanly. Christensen on to first. And in time, that'll end the inning. The double play races the base runner. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on. A dozen pitches for Gus Wermeyer in that bottom of the first inning. Half inning in the books here from Story and Bank Field. This elimination game with Bismarck and the Post 400 Stars scoreless after one, and we'll be right back.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Top of the second inning, no score. As it will be 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order. Sangsveen impressive, a couple of strikeouts, 12 pitches in that first inning. Wermeyer also a dozen as well. The seeds still left. You have 1 and 2 in the winner's bracket game, West Fargo and Post 2. West Fargo maybe a little trickier road, has survived a scare in their opening game from Jamestown. Speaking of the Eagles, they're still alive. Gus Wermeyer, the batter. 2 hits here in this state tournament for Gus, as he is 2 for 10. Both those hits yesterday against Dickinson, including an RBI single in the 6th inning. Takes a strike from Sangsveen, and it's 0-1. Wermeyer had an RBI single in the 6th inning. It was a 1-0 game yesterday against Dickinson and Jace Kovash, striking 0-2. And they pieced it together. Wermeyer had an RBI single. Gus Pankratz and Keegan Wessels brought home runs as well in that 4-run 6 that padded that lead. Wermeyer pops it foul. 2 strikes the count. Had 2 extra inning games today. The Stars got 2 in the first. Saw Grand Forks tie it on a Chance Colgrove home run. And then in the bottom of the 9th, Matt Bryant's game-winning single brought home the winner in a walk-off 3-2 win. Grand Forks showed well in this tournament. Beat Williston in the play-in round. Ended up 9-0 against Post 2, but that was a 4-0 game until Post 2 broke it open in the 6th. And today battled the Stars into extra frames. Sangsveen to Wermeyer to drive into right center field. Hit well, but out there in right center, gliding over his Lil to make the catch, out number 1.
Batting 5th, center fielder number 3.
Gonna bring up Kane Mathiasen, left-handed hitting center fielder, wears number 8. Mathiasen 2 for 8 with a run batted in. Hit an RBI today against Grand Forks in the opening inning. Hits a sharp shot out to short. Out of the back of the turf is the second baseman Watson, and quickly takes care of Mathiasen. And out number 2 here in the top of the second inning. Bring up Gus Pankratz. Right fielder wears number 35. Pankratz 1 for 4 earlier today against Grand Forks, and an RBI double yesterday for his only hit against Dickinson. That came in the 6th inning. Good fastball. He's shown a good fastball so far. 0-1 to Pankratz. He'll play deep and straight away for Pankratz, who has power. Strike. Out of that power, he has a pull hitter. He's hit some homers this year here at Starion to left and left center, and he nearly got one yesterday. That was up against the left field fence yesterday. It's a sharply hit ball, a breaking pitch to first, taken by Mitchell, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So a nice and tidy inning, 6 up and 6 down so far for Sangsveen. As the Stars go down in order. 21 pitches for Sangsveen, 9 of the second inning, and they get a half in the book. 6 up, 6 down for Sangsveen. No score with the Governors and the Stars. We're back with more from Starry and Bank Field after this.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Bottom of the second inning coming is no score. Bismarck 15 hits and a 13-3 win over Mandan in 5. They had 15 hits in that one, 7 runs in the second inning, 4 in the third as well. As Marcus Butts with the lone hit last night for the Governors, a single in the second, which was erased on, that base runner was erased on a double play. As Caleb Deere was just outstanding. That was a pitching clinic last night against Bismarck. Wermeyer to Butts in the delivery. It is a strike, 0-1. Pitch number 13 for Wermeyer. You know, we've talked about when you get to this elimination format, and that's what I was asking Don Bryant. Pitch is high, 1-1. I said, having to go a couple of extra innings, did that screw up your pitching plans? And he said, not really. I said, Matt Bryant didn't really pitch that, didn't throw that many in his relief stint. So it really didn't disrupt things too much. Sharply hit to third. Nice play. Colby Hansen at third, on to first. There's one out. Well, Wermeyer, ground ball out so far. Got a double play and a 5-4-3 double play. Lucas Vasey, the batter, third baseman, wears number 4. And really for the Stars, when getting Caleb Christensen back from injury, kind of puts the puzzles in the right spots infield-wise. Can move Bryant to shortstop and Hansen to third. The delivery is a ball, 1-0. Hansen can play around the infield. He's played some at seconds. Bryant can as well. But really, it's kind of their natural positions, and that's probably where the Stars are best defensively. Strike on the inside corner. Levels the count at 1 to Vasey. Governors were coming in as the number 3 seed. Went 13-5 in statewide AA play outside. 2-1 the count. Losses were to Dickinson. Split with Post 2. Split with Mandan. A couple one-run games against the Chiefs. There's a ground ball to third. Another chance for Hansen at third. Hill slinging across the diamond. Nice stretch by Stein. And 2 down.
Batting 6, second baseman, number 19, Ben Watson.
Ben Watson did not hit last night against West Fargo, now at the plate. Bismarck also split with West Fargo, matching 2-1 games. That's what was really maybe a little surprising about the first round win over Mandan. Not that the Govs won. Strike in the inside corner, it's 0-1, but how easy it ended up being in 5, 13-3. We haven't had too many games shortened by the run rule in this tournament to date. Up high, 1-1 the count. You wouldn't think so. The depth. Again, once you get past and you start getting these loser-out games, when getting a little deeper in pitching staffs, seeds don't really matter a whole lot. Just tell Jamestown that. Ground ball past the mound, charging Bryant, fields cleanly. He'll fire across in time, and Gus Wermeyer just feeding ground ball outs, keeping the infield busy as the Governors go down in order. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second inning. 22 the pitch count for Gus Wermeyer through 2 innings of work. So both pitchers off to a fine start. Scoreless after 2. We're back with more. North Dakota State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament continues from Starry and Bank Field in just a moment.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
Top of the third is Gunnar Majerus, bottom third of the order. Majerus, Chase, and Hudson Stein, and Gunnar a swing and a miss. And strike 1. Majerus 0 for 3 against Dickinson, and the delivery a called strike. Quickly down to the count at 0-2. Majerus 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch in the 9th inning. That set things up for Bryant outside. Let's check on the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Target on the outside corner is Sagsveen, who's pretty fastball heavy and misses just off the black of the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don Bryan in the third base coaching box. Kevin Pearson at first. It is downstairs, full count. First full count for Sagsveen so far, as this will be pitch number 27. Totals, he works here on the third, and a leadoff walk. Good take there by Majerus. Stars have their first base runner. That'll bring up the catcher, Blake Chase. Caden Newharth caught yesterday. Chase went 0 for 2 against Minot. Did not play yesterday as he and Newharth share the catching duties. He shows bunt and foul for strike 1. So again, this early in the game is both pitchers off to good starts, but this is the first time we'll see Sagsveen out of the set. Cheating in at third, Vasey anticipating the bunt. See him creep in, throw to first, and Majerus is back. Good crowds. Boy, last night close to a full house. Parking lot was full. Had to use a little overflow for that. And the 0-1. There's a bunt between home and the mound. Sagsveen on to first, and in time, second baseman Watson covering. And there's one down, so Chase does his job. Pitcher to the second baseman covering, but Majerus to second. And Hudson Stein will make his first appearance, his first at-bat of the state tournament. The left-hander that can pitch a little bit for the Stars, one of a number of lefties out there. He's not pitching, primarily at first. Played some for the Comets early in the summer, but most of his time with the Stars, striking nothing in 1. Looking for our first hit of the game for either side. Just one base runner for each team. Bismarck got a leadoff walk from Leduc in the first. That was quickly zapped by a double play. Good fastball there. And they've not been able to catch up to a pretty good fastball from the right-hander Sagsveen. Stein down to the count at 2 strikes. The 0-2. Got him on 3 pitches. Fastball in the outside corner.
Shortstop, Matt Bryant.
It's a two-way. Sagsveen was strikeout number 3 on this Thursday evening. That'll bring up Matt Bryant. Struck out in his first at bat. He's had a fine state tournament. And the delivery. Swinging a bouncing ball. Out to second. Out to Watson. And they'll get Bryant. And that'll end the inning. So leadoff walk to Majerus. They get him as far as second. No damage done. Nothing across. One left on. Pitch count is 33 for Sagsveen through 3 innings of work as he had 12 in the third inning. As we head to the bottom of the third, we're moving along at warp speed. 2.5 in the books. No score from the state Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. We'll return in just a moment.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
Leading off the bottom half of the third inning for Bismarck, first baseman number 3, Isaac Mitchell.
Isaac Mitchell to lead things off for the for the Bismarck Governors. On to the third. In a scoreless game, both pitchers have been ahead of the game so far. Gus Wermeyer for post 400 and Sagsveen for Bismarck. Parker Sagsveen, the delivery is low for a ball, 1-0. Set and the delivery. Swinging a foul, that one off of catcher Chase. And it is 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Trying to look back here, and the last time, this is the first appearance at state on the mound for Gus Wermeyer. Count even at 1. And the delivery. Inside, that hit him, so hit by the pitch. Just clipped was Mitchell, and the leadoff base runner on for the second time in 3 innings for the Gubs.
Designated hitter number 7, Hank Berry.
Batters Hank Berry did not play last night, DHing for Sagsveen. Left-handed batter, another lefty-to-lefty matchup. I'm going to throw a fair amount of lefties out there, and that's really, I think, the reason for getting Wermeyer the call tonight. Striking nothing in 1. Scoreless already in the bottom of the third, is not even 30 minutes into this one. Double playing, tap up the middle, and throw to first in the runner back. Wermeyer pitched against Fargo Post 2 July 18th, 5 2/3 innings, took the loss in a 5-3 Post 2 victory. 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And the delivery, it is up and in. 1-1 the count. Had a little better outing at Jack Williams against Brookings. That was the championship of the Pete, the Jim Peterson tournament. 6-3 win. He went 4 1/3 in that game, 3 hits, 1 run. Walked 2 and struck out 1. He was first of 3 pitchers. This Pulse 400 won the overall title. Strike. Yeah, it's 1-2. A few groans from some of the grandstand umpires. It might have been low, but Dave Clunt with the call. And 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Berry. Runners on the move. cued to third. Hansen crossed the diamond in time, scooped by Stein. They'll get it out. And on to second, was right off the handles, and Barry moves the runner over, one away, and the Bismarck third for Charlie Vig. Vig in left field wears number 2, hitless last night against West Fargo. And hello to our friend Jim back in Denver, North Carolina. Probably hot and steamy there, and go back to second, and the runner back. See what the temp is right now. We're at 88 here in the Red River Valley. It feels like 92. It sure does. West winds around 6 to 12 miles an hour. A little bit of a breeze. Shortening up is Vig, and a ball makes it 1-0. Another hot day tomorrow, and maybe a little bit cooler on Saturday in the forecast. Well, not a whole lot, 86, but temperatures will cool off into the 70s next week for our friends in West Fargo for the Central Plains Regional, as Todd Rowe and his crew will be hosting that starting next Wednesday. Bunted on and foul. Looking forward to seeing that tournament. We'll have 2 North Dakota representatives in that. Check on the count here. There we go. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. West Fargo will host, and will be the champion from this tournament. If West Fargo wins, it would be the runner-up in that case. As we talked about, for the Final Four tomorrow, there's scenarios where there's 2 teams left, and there's maybe a scenario where there's 3 standing. I believe is how that all will shake out. I think. I'll have to double-check my work. That may not totally be correct. 1-1. Down and in, and it's 2-1 the count. We have the winner's bracket game tomorrow with Post 2 in West Fargo. Winner there moves into the final on Saturday. We do know that much. And then you'll have an elimination game. Actually, there will only be 2 teams left because those 2 are loser-out games. The final 2, 2:30 and 5 tomorrow. In the air to left field. Down the line, long run. That's going to be trouble. That's going to land in shallow left for a base hit. Throw to third. Wermeyer covering at the bag, and all hands are safe on a bloop single out into no man's land by Charlie Vig. Out went Bryant and Hansen. Majerus in, and that was aptly placed as Hansen and Bryant, a long run after it. Diving after it near the line, it drops home for a hit. There was nobody covering third, so Wermeyer went to cover the bag. Mitchell ends up at third. Runners on the corners now for Ben LeDuc, who walked in the first inning. So, first scoring threat of the game here for Bismarck coming right now. Hansen comes in at third. Double played up the middle. See if they can roll one over. Go to first and the runner back, and Stein holding on at first base. So one, we'll see how aggressive that the Governors are in trying to get Vig to second, maybe to stay out of that double play. It does open things up on the right side of the infield. Go to first and the runner back. What we saw in that game that just completed with Jamestown and Williston, where runner from third stole home. It was really a kind of a pure steal of home. Pitch gets away to the screen, back to Chase. Play at the plate coming, and in time scoring is Mitchell. Wild pitch, gets the runner home, and gives the Govs a 1-0 lead. High to the screen, and it came back hard to the catcher Chase. And a play to the plate, Wermeyer trying to get to the plate in time. And Mitchell kind of beat Gus to the plate, quite frankly. Vig to second. It is a 1-ball count now to LeDuc. So they get 1, and now trying to add on. High set, and Wermeyer deals. Here's a bunt. Good one, third base line. They'll never get him. Played by Chase. He'll fake a throw, and a bunt single for LeDuc. So a bunt single for LeDuc, and that was well done. You place that where he did, you'll get a hit pretty much 10 out of 10 times. Runners at the corners. Some small ball there continues the inning for Fagerlund, who wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play back in the first inning. As Wermeyer set and the delivery outside, ball one. 1-0. And the delivery outside, ball two. 2-0 the count. So Wermeyer hit batsman, which is kind of falls in line of bases on balls. That leads to the first run of the game, and really a bloop single and a bunt single. It's not like they bashed the ball around in this inning. Sometimes you don't have to. 2-0 called strike. And it's now 2-1 to Leduc. Looking back in the history is Bismarck was the champion last in 2014. He was in Jamestown that year. Throw to first. Now the runner has to the plate and scores. The pickoff play at first, and Charlie Vig took off for the plate and beat Stein's throw. It's 2-0. Kind of in some ways similar to what we saw, the steal of home from Jamestown in the 8th inning against Williston. So the steal of home and a line drive base hit for Fagerlund. The second is Leduc, third hit of the inning, and solid contact there from Fagerlund. First and second, and Jeff Fichtner will come out for a visit, the pitching coach of the Post 400 Stars and that looks to be it, and it will be for Wermeyer. So the first sign of danger. Wermeyer is done here, and Keegan Wessels will come in now. And Wessels will make his first appearance on the mound for Fargo Post 400. So the final pitch count here for Gus Wermeyer. His line incomplete at this stretch. I believe it'll be 39 pitches. 2 1/3 innings for Gus Wermeyer. So far, 3 hits. Well, he'll end up with giving up 3 hits. So far, 2 runs. He's on the hook for the 2 base runners. 1 walk. He hit a batter and no strikeouts. So Keegan Wessels is on here for the Post 400 Stars. 2 in, 2 on for Bismarck. It's 2-0 in favor of the Governors. We'll be back in just a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Wessels makes his first appearance here of the state tournament. Gus Wermeyer will stay into the game. He is at first base, so Wessels will hit in the number 9 spot in the batting order. Hudson Stein out of the game. So kind of twofold in a way. We'll get Wessels bat in there, and the most important thing, and on the front burner right now, is he's going to try and get out of this jam here, is a hit batsman, a bunt. Actually, it wasn't a bunt. It was a ground ball out. They had the hit and run on. Bloop single from Vig, bunt single from Leduc, and now Fagerlund's base hit. So 2 in for the Govs, and Gavin Lill will hit. Rounded a second in his first at bat. Bryant camped on second base, and the delivery. High chopper to the right side, played by Wermeyer, flipped to Wessels covering just ahead of Lill for the out. So 2 down, a high hopper there is pitcher to first covering. Kind of separate but different on the steal of home from Charlie Vig. In case you missed the previous game, Thomas Newman on the return throw back to the pitcher took off for the plate as he was maybe a third of the way down the line and able to catch him napping and a pure steal of home. That one gets away for a moment from Blake Chase, but not far enough for an advance. Ball 1 to Marcus Butts, who grounded to third in his first at bat. Key guy to get here for Wessels and the Stars, a base hit here, and they're going to walk Butts. So it'd be an intentional walk.
Following the intentional walk of Butts, third baseman, Lucas Vasey.
Lucas Vasey, the batter. So they'll intentionally walk Butts to fill first. They'll take their chances with Vasey. On the surface, it probably looks like the right move. Vasey fouls it away in strike 1. .39 pitches for Gus Wermeyer through 2 into third. 17 in this inning. That is up the middle to base hit. Could score 2. Leduc scores. Fagerlund hot on his tail, and he will score as well. It's a 2-out, 2-run single. And he foiled the strategy there, did Vasey. It's 4-0 Governors.
Second baseman, Ben Watson.
So a 2-run single there for Vasey. Butts to second. And here's Ben Watson, the 9th batter of the inning. That has to feel good for a hitter. They walked the guy in front of you intentionally. That is popped to first. A little soft line drive caught by Wermeyer, and that will end the inning. But the Governors break it open. The crooked number, they score 4 times. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors and a couple stranded. And that will end the inning. Through 3 as the Governors busted open and lead 4-0 after 3. We're back with more in just a moment. State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament coverage continues on MSPN Digital Television in just a moment.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Oh, come on! You gotta box out! That's the problem with kids these days. No fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta box out! Box out! Box out! Oh, look at this guy. He can't get past me. I'm letting my hooves because I'm a Buffalo. Box out! Double box out! Box out! See what I'm saying? It's just fundamentals. What? What's wrong with your faces?
You can see the totals after 3 innings of play. 4-0 the Bismarck Governors with that big inning, capped off by 2-run single from Lucas Vasey, and that had to feel good. They walked Butts to get to Vasey to fill first and load him up, and Vasey said, take that. I got your strategy right here. 4-0. Colby Hansen will lead things off for the Stars against Sagsveen. And strike 1. Jamestown and Minot will follow later tonight. We'll see how the Vistas react. Tough loss last night. Played well, pitched well in post 2. A big inning in the 6th to stay in the winner's bracket with a 5-2 victory. Hansen fouls it away, and still 2 strikes. Colby grounded a short in his first at bat. Fighting it a little bit at the plate in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Look at Colby's numbers. Went 1 for 3. That was against Minot. His 3 for 11. Not bad at the plate. He kind of been fighting it a little bit coming into state. Up high, 2-2 the count. And kind of for the Stars, it's been feast or famine. They scored in just 1 inning. Out there 3 in the 4th on Tuesday against the Vistas. Ground ball through the hole, base hit. Colby Hansen has a hit in all 4 state tournament games now for the Stars, and the first hit of the game for Post 400.
Second baseman, Caleb Christensen.
And there's Caleb Christensen. Really for Bryant, 4 hits in the state tournament. Caleb Christensen has been steady as well. He's trying to make it 4 games with a hit here at state. 3 for 11 after his strikeout against Sagsveen in the first. Pops one up here, straight back and out of play for strike 1. Stars got a run early in the first, and Jace Kovash really shut the door on him in a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings, and finally they broke loose in the 6th. Got Christensen on, and then Gus Wermeyer an RBI single, and it just kind of spiraled from there. Yesterday against Dickinson, Gus Pankratz had a double. Wessels had an RBI hit as well. It was just kind of just all came together. The delivery, line drive, that is in the left field corner, and that's a fair ball. That'll go to the corner for extra bases. At third is Hansen. Don Bryant will hold him up. It's a double for Caleb Christensen, and he has his 4th hit of the tournament, 1 each in all the games so far for the Stars. So Hansen, Christensen trying to set the table, and I'll bring up Gus Wermeyer. Wermeyer is 2 for 11 here at state, flying to center in his first at bat. He pops one up here, might be playable. Catcher can't see it. Sagsveen does. He'll give way, and it is caught by third baseman Vasey for the out. So 1 away there on the pop-up. I don't think Marcus Butts ever saw it. Sagsveen did, and they kind of peeled off at the last second. Vasey might have called him off. And the catch made. There's 1 down on a trip to the mound coming here by the Governors. Pitching coach Christian Medic out for a visit here, so jumping on the first pitch was Wermeyer, and second and third, and you don't have to get them all. You don't have to get all 4 here in one shot, but you can't come up empty for the Stars here. Second and third, 1 out for Mathiasen. He rounded a second in his first at bat. Kane 1 for 4 with an RBI against the Grand Forks Blues earlier today. He's 2 for 9 here at state. And the Bats had kind of been fighting it here for Post 400 and at the end of the regular season. We're held to 3 runs and a doubleheader. Lost to West Fargo, to the Patriots at the end of the regular season. The delivery, ground ball out to second. It'll get a run home. Played by Watson in time. A run scores. An RBI ground out from Mathiasen. His second run batted in at state. That makes it now 4-1. Christensen to third. And it'll be up to Gus Pankratz. Grounded to first in his first at bat. So 2 down, a runner at third. And strike 1. Pankratz, a guy with some power. And again, when this lineup's on, when some of those guys in the bottom of the order can drive a ball someplace. 1-1 the count. Pankratz has been up towards a little higher up in the order, but has settled in at 6 here. Last week or so, Sagsveen deals. Breaking pitch good for a strike, and Pankratz down to the count at 1-2. Straight away in the outfield, medium deep. Sagsveen working fairly quick, and fans Pankratz here to end the inning. Sagsveen with his 4th strikeout. Stars get a run on 2 hits, no errors. And they leave 1 on. Pitch count for Sagsveen stands at 47, a 14-pitch inning. Stars do get 1 on the board here in the 4th inning. As we are through 3.5 innings of play, it is Bismarck, the Governors 4, Post 401. We're back in just a moment. Coverage of the State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament continues after this.
Mitzel Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitzel Magic Services. Mitzel Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services.
Leading off the bottom half of the 4th for Bismarck, first baseman Isaac Mitchell.
Isaac Mitchell will lead things off as will be the bottom third of the order once again as Mitchell, Berry, and Vig now face Keegan Wessels. Threw just 5 pitches to get out of danger, but 2 more runs, a big 2-out hit was the difference. Kind of was the cherry on top in that 4-run 3rd inning. Wessel deals outside, 1-1 the count as we close the book on Wermeyer. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs. They were earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Mitchell hit by a pitch, scored last inning. Fouled to the netting, and 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Glad you're with us on MSPN Digital Television, your home for the State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. Be home for the Central Plains Regional in 2025 from the home base here at Story & Bank Field. Half swing, did he go? He did, and strike 3. First strikeout for Stars pitching, 1 away, and for the Stars, that's what you're looking for is quick bounce back inning here. Hank Berry got jammed and out 3rd to 1st in a roller to Colby Hansen, and Berry steps in. He swings and slices one foul down the left field line and out of play, and strike 1. Got bleachers set up in that left field corner, and it's one of the teams, might be Minot, that's lined up over the rail down the left field line, and they wait their turn in this elimination Thursday. To center, hit well but playable. Mathiasen settles under it, and a 2-handed catch for out number 2. So Berry retired, and I'll bring up Charlie Vig. Vig blooped a single to left and stole home on a pickoff play at first. A mad dash by Vig to the plate, and he beat Hudson Stein's throw to home and stole a base and stole a run for the Govs in that 4-run 3rd inning. Ball 1. Outfield straight away for the most part. Majerus a little more off the line and left. Popped up here, foul ground, long run, and that one will land just over the bleachers. At least the games I've been at here is Haven't seen one land in the bleachers down the left field line. Eventually, the plan is to kind of, that area will become kind of deck areas. One piece at a time here at Starion Bank Field is Jeff Gould, Don Bryant. So you're never really done. You're just always constantly trying to make improvements to what already is a terrific facility. 2-1 the count. Been a good home here for this. This is really the first real big tournament that crew here at Starion and Post 400 has hosted, and so far it's gone well. Even with the 2-hour weather hiccup, got through that just fine yesterday. Now 2-2, strike at the outside corner to Charlie Vague as Bismarck completing their second turn through the order as they hit the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-1, Governors trying to extend their season at least one more day. Hammered to first, it is a fair ball, taken by Wormeyer, and he'll take it to the bag himself, and that will end the inning. Nothing across is a nice and tidy inning for Keegan Wessels. 3 up and 3 down. Pitch count for Keegan Wessels at 16. Through an inning and 2/3. The side retired. We're through 4, Governors 4. The Post 400 Stars 1 from the state tournament here at Starion Bank Field. We'll be right back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Sags being out for the 5th. It's 4-1 Governors as Majerus stares at strike 1. Bottom third of the order for the Stars. Majerus, Chase, and Wessels. Sagsveen, swing and a miss, and 2 strikes. It's been at times dominant. So far, 49 pitches unofficially. 4 strikeouts. Works from the set all the time, and ball 1. Got the old school, got the pants pulled up high, about knee high. See some guys in the bigs, they pull them up above the knees. Check swing, did he go? He did. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 this afternoon, and I guess now evening. It is after 6, after the dinner hour, and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's Blake Chase. Actually, no, it'll be Caden Newharth. Caden Newharth will hit for Chase. So Newharth will hit and will more than likely stay behind the plate. Sagsveen, 52 pitches as Newharth 0 for 3, pinch hit against Minot in the 7th inning on Tuesday. Newharth 0 for 2 yesterday against Dickinson, 0 for 4 against Grand Forks. So looking for his first hit here in the state tournament. He's 0 for 7. Sagsveen delivers him a strike. It is 0-1. Getting late here for the Stars, already in the top of the 5th. We're moving along quickly. Strike at 0-2 after 2 extra inning games. We got behind a few minutes, but we're not even quite an hour in. This might be able to make up for it. Much like the middle 2 games yesterday helped to speed things up after a 2-hour weather delay. We're just over 90 minutes for the Stars in Dickinson yesterday, and 1:24 I think was the time of game. There's strike 3 as Hot window shopping is Newhart, and 2 down. Let's bring up Keegan Wessels hitting for the first time here today. Wessels 0 for 4 against Grand Forks earlier today. Knocked in 2, a 2-run single against Dickinson in the 6th inning yesterday. And the pitch on the way is strike 1. Boy, he's, I have to check the total pitches, but a lot of strike 1 to this point. Wessels has knocked in 3 runs here in the state tournament. He's quickly down to the count at 2 strikes. Sagsveen in a good groove right now. And the 0-2. Trying to get him to extend the zone and missed outside. Sagsveen, 57 pitches, 44 strikes. Wow. That's about, not quite 80%, but high 70s as far as strike percentage. 2-2 the count. We saw with Caleb Deere last night, you can pound the strike zone like that. Pound that strike zone, good things are going to happen. Defense behind him, and again, he is a strikeout pitcher with the defense behind him. Errorless baseball. Strike 3, got him looking. He fans the side. 4 consecutive strikeouts, and he fans the side here in the top of the 5th inning. Nothing across. 61 is the count for Sagsveen. 14 of the inning. As we are through 4.5, Bismarck leads it. Governors 4, Stars 1. We're back with more from the State AA Legion Baseball Tournament from Starry and Bank Field after this.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
At the top of the order here for the Governors, they lead 4-1. Newhart stays in the game behind the plate for the Stars, replacing Chase and Ben Leduc. Was walked and singled, and a bunt single and scored in the 3rd. Ball 1 from Wessels, and Keegan Wessels. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. Pitch count wise, he's in good shape. And the delivery rolled out to short. Charging is Bryant. And quick release and in time for out number 1. One away. That's the one thing when, if you ever go to even a minor league game or if you go to a big league game, is just the speed, how the defenders play. Can't waste your time on that transition from glove to hand, and you can see Bryant there. It's out of his hand quickly. Here's Fagerlund. That's even the difference. You see that level of college ball as well. Ball 1 to Fagerlund, wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play in the 1st, singled to left in the 3rd. 4 in the 3rd for the Governors. Has held up to this point as they try to keep their season alive. Fouled out of play, off to the right by Fagerlund. Levels the count at 1 apiece. Game a little over an hour old in this one. Jamestown and Minot will finish up the elimination games here on Thursday, striking 1 and 2. Started with 10. Mandan and Dickinson were dismissed yesterday, and so far, Grand Forks and Williston out as well. Chopper to short, charging Bryant. Couldn't get that one. Gets by him into shallow left center field. Somebody's got to get to that ball and finally be chased down by Majerus and Colby Hansen. So an error there. First error of the game for either side. That'll be charged to Matt Bryant at shortstop. And a base runner at first. Gavin Lill is 0 for 2. Grounded out, was out pitcher or first baseman to pitcher covering. And the delivery, it is just outside for ball 1. First error for either side in this one. Looking back for the Stars, shaky game at time of the field. They had a couple of errors against Minot. Much better against Dickinson with errorless baseball yesterday and against Grand Forks. Also errorless baseball as well. 1-0, and that is hit over third. Down the left field line, that ball goes into the corner. Let's see how far Fagerlund gets. He's at third. He'll be waved home. He'll come in to score as it is an RBI double for Gavin Lill. It's now 5-1 Governors. That one got all the way to the left field corner, and Fagerlund off, and with a full head of steam coming in to score. I'll bring up Marcus Butts. Intentionally walked in his last plate appearance. 0 for 1 on the game as Wessel. Butts punts taken by Wessels and on to first in time for the out. That'll be out number 2. Give him a sacrifice, although I had the feel like he was bunting more for a hit. Either way, moves him over. 2 down for Vasey. Vasey had the big hit in the third. They walked Butts to load the bases, walked him intentionally, and Vasey made it hurt with a 2-run single to center. 2 out, 2-run single to finish off that 4-run third. In the air to center, and playable. Mathiasen gliding over into right center, a one-handed catch, and that'll end the inning.
1 run, 1 hit. 1 post 400 error, no runners.
So a run on a hit, the double from Lill, 1 error, and 1 left on. Back to a 4-run lead for the Governors with 6 more outs to try and get as we're through 5. Here at Starion Bank Field, elimination game here in this Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament. Bismarck 5, Fargo Post 401. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Top of the order here for Fargo Post 400. Zags Veen has kept Matt Bryan off the base paths, 0 for 2. Top of the order for the Stars, and strike 1 here. Bryant, Hansen, and Christensen, and No time like the present here for the Stars to try and get back into this one. Hammered out to short. Fielded cleanly by Leduc and slings one on to first. And Bryant retired for round number 1. Quickly 1 up and 1 down. As the batter, Colby Hansen. Singled and scored in the 4th. The Stars got their run in the 4th. Hansen singled, doubled to third by Caleb Christensen. Swing and a miss for strike 1 here. After Wermeyer popped up, foul pop up to third. Mathiassen's RBI ground out was good for a run. 5-1 Governors. That one up and in, nearly nicked Colby Hansen. And it's 1-1. Pitch count, Sagsveen. Have him at 64, called strike. 65, actually it should be 66 pitches now. 1-2. In the air to center. Long run, hustling in and getting there is Lil for round number 2. Got that more towards the end of the bat. Quickly 2 up and 2 down, and really get to the top of the order here, and with Hansen and Christensen, who've been probably the steadiest hitters in this state tournament for the Stars, and he's 2/3 of the way through it. Christensen doubled down the left field line on his first at bat, and he drives one into right center field here. That's down for a base hit. Lil will cut it off in right center. 2-out single. And it's hit number 3 for the Stars. 5 hits in the tournament now for Caleb Christensen. Here is Gus Wermeyer, and trip to the mound coming. Sagsveen with that singles have him at 68 pitches, 52 strikes. So, again, little over 75% strike rate, high 70s. Looking to see if there was activity in the bullpen here for the Governors. Trying to see if there is. It might be part of this trip is they might be trying to buy some time here. They'll keep Sagsveen in, and again, pitch count wise, he's fine. And a 4-run lead. He got some cushion to work with. There's right now maybe not a need for a change here. So Wermeyer, slide to center and a foul pop to third. And a guy that has some power. He hit a ball. It was in the last week of the regular season. I believe it was against West Fargo. He cleared the scoreboard and the bank of trees beyond it. You can kind of see it kind of off to the right side of your screen, but that's as far a ball that I've seen hit in the brief history of this ballpark. Striking 1-1. And really, as a whole, I think the ball maybe carries a little bit better. Symmetrically, it's similar, but it seems like it carries a little bit better towards left and left center. That's just one person's amateur opinion. Throw to first and the runner back. With a kind of a south-southeasterly wind, it's going to blow in a little bit from, as you're basically facing the southwest if you're at home plate or in the batter's box. 1-1, swinging and a miss, and 1-2. Gus had a home run cut there. Winner will play tomorrow at 2:30. Will be one of the final 4 teams standing. This will be only 3 games tomorrow. We go from 4 down to 3, and then 1, potentially 2 on Saturday. The final is set for noon Saturday, and if a second title game would be necessary, that would follow about 2:30. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sagsveen to Wermeyer, and a foul at the plate. Gus just got a piece of it. And 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Sagsveen, 3 hits. He struck out 7. Has walked 1. So he walked to Majerus back to lead off the 3rd. Well, it was 11-7 and 11-8 out in Bismarck when the teams met in mid-June. And the delivery. Hammered out to short. Leduc will take it the short way into the bag himself, and that will end the inning. 2-out hit from Christensen. 1 hit. They strand 1 to the Stars. in the top of the 6th as we are through 5.5. The Governors 5, the Stars 1 from the State Class A Legion Baseball Tournament here at Starion Bank Field. Back in just a moment.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. We have a birthday in the house. We'd like to wish a happy 16th, sweet 16th birthday to Sammy Watson. Happy birthday, Sammy.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
So 5-1 in favor of the bottom of the 6th inning. 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. Watson, soft line drive to first in his last at bat, and he grounds one through the hole. Base hit to start things here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging and drills one through on the left side. It's hit number 6 for the Governors, the third off Keegan Wessels. Wessels giving up a run in 2 1/3 innings of work. Here's a bunt. Third base way, charging is Hansen on to first in time. So Mitchell, sacrifice. And an out there that'll move Watson to second. One away, and that'll bring up Hank Berry. Berry is grounded to third and fly to center. Wessels deals. It is a strike, 0-1. Well, the Governor's trying to add on as Wessels wants Newhart to come out for a visit. His catcher as they try to get together on a set of signs. Again, Jamestown and Minot. Jamestown winning in extra innings. Got 2 in the 8th, 1 on an error and 1 on a steal of home from Thomas Newman for a 5-3 win over Williston. Being a Jamestown fan in this tournament, not for the faint of heart. A one-run victory in the play-in round over Dickinson in the opening day of play. Fouled back. And 1 strike to count. Actually 2 strikes now to Berry. Had the lead against West Fargo. They had the Patriots on the ropes. Lost a heartbreaker Tuesday and day off yesterday. And extra inning victory eliminating the Keybirds. To the right side, Wermeyer will take it himself. Route number 2. To third will go Watson. And 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Left fielder, Charlie Vig.
Up to Charlie Vig. Vig, a bloop single to left. Chased by 3 defenders, and it fell just inside the line in shallow left field. He scored in the 3rd and grounded out. First baseman to pitcher covering in the 4th. Wessels outside, ball 1. So Keegan Wessels has come in and overall has done an all right job. In relief of starter Gus Wermeyer, who had 2 scoreless innings, and the Govs got to him in the 3rd. Strike called, 1-1. Wessels has gone 3 1/3 now. 3 hits. That run he gave up was an unearned run last inning. One walk and a strikeout. And the delivery up high, and it's now 2-1. 34 pitches unofficially for Wessels and 25 strikes. That's pounding the old strike zone. 2-1. Here in the last of the sixth. 3-1. Ben LeDuc would hit next, but 2 down. Governors 4 in the third, and a run of the fifth, and the RBI double from Gavin Lill. Post 400 their run in the fourth. Popped up foul. And a full count, 3-2. It's the first full count that Wessels has had this evening. Payout pitch. Up the middle. Bryant trying to get to it. Dives. Can't get it. It's into center for a base hit. It's a 2-out single. It'll bring home a run as Watson scores and the Governors add on here in the sixth. Take a 6-1 lead here with 2 out. So Vig with 2 hits. Pitch to LeDuc, and ball 1. Ben LeDuc has walked, bunted for a single, scored in the third, out in a ground ball to short in the fifth. So maybe some insurance. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt. Newhart cannot handle it cleanly, and doesn't really matter. Good jump by Vig, and he gets an extra 90 feet on the stolen base. 2-0 the count. 7 hits now for Bismarck tonight. Vig with 2, the bottom of the order. 6 different players with a base hit. Outside. And 2-0 the count. So we talked about post 2 in West Fargo, the top 2 seeds. I would not sleep on the Govs yet. They get through this matchup tonight. They would play the winner of our next game at 2:30. Strike called. Taking all the way was LeDuc, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Fagerlin on deck, 2 down, 1 in here in the last of the sixth. Minot and Jamestown will be up next. And the pitch out of the way. Fouled away, full count. So noon tomorrow here on MSPN Digital Television, the winner's bracket game. West Fargo in Post 2. They split late in the regular season in West Fargo. That'll be at noon. Winner of this game and the winner of our next one between Minot and Jamestown will play at 2:30. Payoff pitch. That's pulled to right. Down the line, chasing his Pancrats in the corner and trying to go over the railing. And just out of his reach. And we'll try it again. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming, and it'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. He kind of reached over the railing, and Gus nearly able to reach over and get that ball. Still 3-2 to LeDuc. And the 5 o'clock game will be the loser of the noon game, either West Fargo or Post 2, and then the winner of the 2:30 matchup. So there will be 2 teams left for Championship Saturday. All the way. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Payoff delivery. Golfed into center field. Out goes Christensen. In comes Mathiasen, and now Bryant. The ball drops between all 3. That'll bring home a run. Throw to second. Wermeyer covering. He can't handle the throw, and all hands are safe. A hit and a run on a bloop single out in no man's land in center field to make it 7-1. So it ends up being an RBI double for LeDuc. Hit right off the end of the bat. Mathiasen couldn't get to it. Looked like it might be Christensen's ball, and then Bryant may have tried to call him off, and the ball dropping, and with 2 out, everybody moving, and Second base unoccupied for a second, so Wermeyer trying to catch that ball on the run and couldn't get to it cleanly. So a bloop double for LeDuc. Another 2-out hit and a 2-out run-producing hit for the Governors. Ball 1 here to Fagerlund. Got a 2-out single from Vasey. That was the 2-out, 2-run hit in the third. And a couple of 2-out hits, producing runs for the Governors here in the sixth. Fagerlund to center, hit well. Mathiasen back, has it measured, waits, and makes the catch. And that will retire the side. One left on, a pair of runs for Bismarck. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on as we move on here to the top of the 7th. The Governors maybe salting this one away. They own a 7-1 lead here from Starry and Bank Field in the Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament here from Starry and Bank Field at Fargo. We're back in just a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Top of the 7th. 7-1. The Governors 3 out away from extending their season one more day. Mathiasen, Kane fouls the first pitch out of play for strike 1. Mathiasen, Gus Pankratz, and Gunnar Majerus here in the 7th. Jammed him at a pop-up left side of the infield. It'll be LeDuc circling and catching for out number 1. So Mathiasen 0 for 3 with a run batted in back of the 4th, and a ground out is retired. Quickly 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Parker Sagsveen. Chase Lura will hit here for Pankratz.
Attention please, hitting for Pankratz, number 13, Chase Lura.
So Lura will hit. Lura 0 for 1 against Minot as a pinch hitter on Tuesday night. That's his only at bat here at State, as Pankratz will leave the game 0 for 2 as Stars down to their final 2 outs. So the final 4 teams remaining, well, down to 6, and they'll shave 1 more off the list here maybe shortly. Strike at its 0-1, but the 1 and 2 seed still alive. If the Govs hang on here, they'll be the 3, and you got 4 and 10 next with Minot and Jamestown. Strike called, and Lura quickly in the hole with 2 strikes. Pretty solid outing here. Sagsveen has paced things on the mound. 1 and 2 the count. He's really only faced trouble in the 4th. That was it. Retired 9 of the first 10 batters he faced. And there's strike 3. Got him lucky. 2 away. It's 8 strikeouts now here for Parker Sagsveen. And I'll bring up Gunnar Majerus. Eight Ks for Sagsveen. Majerus has walked and struck out. Last hope here for the Stars, outside ball 1. About an hour and a half into this one, called strike. levels the count at 1. Zagsveen trying to put the wraps on this one. Check swing, did he go? Yes. The appeal down to the first base umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2. And the pitch. To the screen on the fly. 2-2. If this was Bull Durham, he might have hit the ball. 2-2. That one must have got away, because I think it hit over the padded backstop. Foul back 2-2 to Majerus. It happens from time to time. Hello to Jackie watching in Houston, Texas, wherever you might be. We certainly are glad you're with us today. 2-2, low and away, full count. Stars got their run on the 4th as 3-1-2-3 innings for Zagsveen, and he just hit Majerus in the lower back and didn't seem real thrilled about it. He'll head to first, and that'll bring up Caden Newharth. Newharth pinch hit for Chase in the 5th and struck out. He had 4 straight strikeouts, did Zagsveen. Got Pankratz to end the 4th and then fan the side of the 5th. Foul back by Newharth in strike 1. Time call, 0-1 the count as far as pitchers that the Governors have used. Tate Shaner went 43 pitches, and we're going to have a runner. Joel Gould's going to run it first for Majerus. Tanner Grosclose threw 43 pitches last night as well. Bismarck against Mandan used Connor Schatz for 39, Aiden Johnson for 42, and then Tanner Grosclose for 3. Grosclose has been used twice, so they've been able to mix and match pretty well. So the Governors probably, they get past the Stars here in good shape. I mean, it's going to be some work, but I would not sleep on them. They still very much in play. 1-1 now to Newharth. Curious to see what Minot has left pitching-wise. Had a nice outing last night from Tyler Collins. Now 1-2 here to Newharth. They will hold on with Gould even with a 6-run lead and 2 out in the 7th. And the delivery. Chopper over the mound, played by LeDuc, kind of right out the bag and fumbles it right out the bag to end it, and that'll do it. So for the Stars, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 stranded. And the Governors advance. They will play tomorrow at 2:30 versus the winner of our next game. They'll get either Jamestown or Minot here in this one. So a strong outing for Zagsveen. He goes the distance and throws a 3-hitter. And there's your final. 7-1, the Bismarck Governors with a complete win. Airless baseball, clutch hitting. A big third set the tone there, and Bismarck will be one of those final 4 teams, and we'll come back tomorrow to play at 2:30 and try and keep their season alive here in this Class AA state tournament. We'll come back with our post-game report. It comes up next on MSPN Digital Television. Stay with us.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow,
That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecuing.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Here you see the final totals on this one as Bismarck Governors advance as they win by a score of 7-1. See the final total: 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Bismarck. A run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Fargo Post 400 Stars as their season comes to a close. The Stars will finish overall 26-24 in a busy 50-game campaign. As final totals here on this one, as the winning pitcher Parker Sagsveen goes the distance, throws a 3-hitter, 88 pitches the final number, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1, hit 1, and striking out 8 for the victory. Gus Wermeyer takes the loss for the Post 400 Stars as he goes 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, hit 1, did not strike out a batter. Keegan Wessels, 3 2/3 innings of relief, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. They were scoreless through 2 1/2 as the Governors batted 9 in the 3rd inning and took the lead. Isaac Mitchell against Gus Wermeyer hit by a pitch to lead things off in the 3rd. Advanced to 2nd on a Hank Berry ground out to 3rd. Charlie Vig had the first hit of the game for the Governors as he blooped one out of the reach of Hansen, Bryant, and Majerus in shallow left field for a base hit. That moved Mitchell to 3rd. As Mitchell, actually that kept Mitchell at 2nd. Or actually did get to 3rd on that. A bunt single by Ben LeDuc. As a wild pitch getting Mitchell home for the game's first run. That made it a 1-0 game. Then the bunt single by LeDuc and brought up Michael Fagerlund, who had a base hit, but on a pickoff play at first. Prior to that, Charlie Vig stealing 2nd on the play. That made it a 2-0 game. Fagerlund came through with a base hit. Then Gavin Lill out on a ground ball to first for the 2nd out of the inning. They intentionally walked Marcus Butts with first base open to load the bases with 2 out. As Wermeyer lifted for Keegan Wessels. As Wessels came in the Gavin Lill at bat, the walk to Butts, and then Lucas Facey, 2-run single up the middle, scored LeDuc and Fagerlund to cap off the big inning, 4-0 in favor of the Governors. Stars got on the board in the 4th inning. That was really the only inning that they threatened. Leadoff single by Colby Hansen. Went to 3rd on Caleb Christensen's double down the left field line. Put runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. But Sagsveen limited the damage. Got Gus Wermeyer in a foul pop-up for out number 1. Kane Mathiassen's ground ball to 2nd. Brought home Hansen to get Post 400 on the board. That made it 4-1. And he struck out Gus Pankratz to end the inning. A run for Bismarck in the 5th with 1 out. Fagerlund reached in an air charge to Bryant at shortstop. That was followed by a double to the left field corner by Gavin Lill, scoring Fagerlund all the way from first to make it a 5-1 Bismarck lead. And then 2 more in the 6th off Keegan Wessels. Watson with a leadoff single, sacrificed to 2nd by Isaac Mitchell. Hank Berry grounded out to first for the 2nd out, moving Watson to 3rd. And then Charlie Vig, who had 2 hits today from the number 9 spot. An RBI single to center made it 6-1. And then Ben LeDuc, a bloop double to center field out of the reach of Christensen and Bryant out from the infield and in front of Mathiasen. As that ball dropped and scoring with 2 out was Charlie Vig. It was a double for LeDuc. And that made it a 7-1 game. So I made it 7-1. And the Stars, again, really only threatened as Sagsveen 1, 2, 3 innings in the first and the second. Gave up a walk to Majerus in the third. Got nicked for a run in the fourth. Fanned the side in the fifth. Gave up a single to Caleb Christensen. Christensen had 2 of the 3 hits for post 400. And then hit Majerus with 2 out in the 7th inning as well. For the Bismarck Governors, balance, really good effort. Pitching and defense paving the way and some clutch hitting. They ended up with 8 hits on the game. Leduc with 2. Vague with 2 as well. 1 each for Fagerlund. Lil with an RBI double. Vasey with a big 2-run single in the third and 1 for Watson as well. So the Governors will be one of the final 4 teams remaining. They'll play at 2:30 tomorrow versus the winner of our next game, which will have the Jamestown Eagles and the Minot Vistas. And I think we're going to be pretty close to a 7:30 first pitch, back on time, as this one was completed in a little over 90 minutes, an hour and 35 minutes on this one, as Bismarck stays alive and the season ends for the post 400 Stars. So we'll take a break, as we will take a pause here, come back probably a little before 7:30. Mike Mason will have the call for the final game. The 10-seeded Jamestown Eagles trying to keep their season alive after an extra inning thrilling win over Williston earlier today. They will face the Minot Vistas, who had a first-round win, a quarterfinal win over the Post 400 Stars before losing to Post 2 last night, 5-2. That'll do it for now. For our sponsors, thanks to you for tuning in. I'm Brad Anderson. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll have coverage tomorrow as well. I'll have one of those games for you here on MSPN Digital Television. So long for now.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website and by searching MSPN DTV on most social media platforms. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.